Thank you for tuning into Bethel, BHG TV. Like, share, and subscribe. Now our host, Pastor Johnson.
All right. We are here. Brother Landon, Brother Drake, Brother Brian Johnson, our three moderators coming in. Let's give them a shout out. Paula Isbell from Little Rock. How you doing, Sister Paula? It's that time, brothers and sisters. It's that time. Coming on late, but we are here. Shout out. Hit that like, hit that share, hit that thumbs button. Sister Maureen's in the house. Let's get it going, brothers and sisters. All right. I'm glad to be here. I hope that you're glad to be here. It's Monday night, and I did not get to come home and launch Come On in My Room. But they had a very good lesson tonight, and I know if you didn't see it, I know you tuned in. Shout out to Sister Kendra Clark coming in, and all of you all coming in tonight. We are going to get into a subject that I think it's that time of the year for, and doing one aspect of it. RN, thank you for coming in. There's this lesson tonight. Shout out to Sister Linda Petaway over there. Shout out to all of you all coming in. There is a new eCam, the software that I'm using, and it's new. And what I've been having problems with. Let me see if it's gonna work. See, it's still not doing it, and I might be able to fix that. I'm gonna take a look at it, and sometimes I just want to show the chat room, and it's not doing it for me. Let me see if I can do it this way. Bam! There it is. I tell you, I'm getting good at this. I really am. I'm getting good at this. So let me fix it real quick so we can get everybody that we see in there. There it is. All right, so let's make it a little bit bigger, and we can show everybody that it's come in. So that is eCam is a platform that I use, and I want to say to all of you that basically allow us, and you are a supporter, whether it be through prayer or your financial giving, on eCam, and which allows us to do this. So I want to thank you, because when I look over here at that, I can see every last one of you. Okay, Brother Landon, Paul, Drake, Middleton, Brother Brian Johnson. These are our moderators. You can tell our moderators because they got that little blue wrench right there. And what they are there for, in case somebody comes in rude, which we don't have that problem. Shout out for that. All right, we don't have that problem. Shout out, because our moderators keep things clean. Sister Paula, all of you all, Sister Rhonda, Sister Kendra, Sister RN, I'm sorry, I said sister. I don't even know if that's gender. That was improper on my part. RN, Linda Petaway. Thank you all for coming in. We have Patreon, and that's where a lot of you that do give, you can go through Patreon, and I'll hit that another time. But our sponsors over there are going up, and I want to say to you, I really appreciate your sponsorship. I really do, because what that does, it allows us to have the things that we're doing here on social media possible. There's a lot of moving parts when you go live, and it's just a lot of moving parts. So, but you all make it possible, and I want to thank you because when you're paying for two internet services, because you got to have two, because one shuts down and it's frequent. And then the upload power, the upload, not the download speed. See, a regular home internet, you can download a movie that's like 3 hours long in 4 minutes. That's good because it's a big, think of it as a big pipe that's bigger than a straw. You can get information quicker, but when it comes to going out, internet services don't have stuff going out. It's a little bitty small straw, and the reason is it's that small of a straw because you're usually uploading a document, which doesn't cause a lot of upload speed. But when you're using video, audio, 4K, and you're going out to multiple platforms, like we're going out to 2 Facebook pages and YouTube. Soon we're going to be doing LinkedIn and Twitter. You have to have the upload speed, but you all make that possible, and I want to say sincerely that I'm very grateful for what you do, and thank you for that. For our sponsors, whether you do it through sponsorship of giving monthly to our Patreon account, or whether you do it on YouTube or just prayers, I'm very grateful for it, and I want to thank you all for that. So I wanted to take a moment to do that before we get into anything else. Then I want to be able to show you tonight. I won't do that now. I want to get right into our scripture reading so that we can get started with that and get right into this subject tonight, because I came on a little late. But our scripture reading tonight is Psalms 111, verse 10, and it says, "The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. A good understanding have all they that do his commandments. His praise endureth forever." Now, I want to get into our topic tonight, and we're going to be talking about Passover and how do you determine the date. Passover 2023. How do you figure out the date? I'm going to show you. I want you to know how to do it. It's early. It's coming up. That's the next thing happening, and people want to know, how do you figure out the date? So we're going to do a couple of things to show you. Now, we do the same way every year, and I don't look at the calendar. I figure out the date, and then I go look at the calendar, because what the calendar says is not always right. So I want to let you know, I have not looked at the calendar. I have not gone on the resources that I use to try to figure out. I haven't done any of that. I would do it before, so I can show people where to go at. But I want to do it for you as if I'm looking it up for the first time myself, okay? And I want you to see what I do firsthand when it's time for me to go look to determine what is the date for the Passover, okay? So we're going to do it together. And that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. Usually, like I said, I'll come on Mondays. I usually have come on in the room, but because I was not able to do that, I didn't want to not come on. So I said, you know what? This is what I could do tonight. Show people how to figure out the date for Passover 2023. So the first thing we should do is go to the internet. So again, this is new. So let me see. There it is. I want to see if I can bring this over fresh. I'm going to kind of get out of the way. And again, this is something this software is now able to do. Okay, so what I want to do is, let me see if I can make this a little bit bigger. How to do that. And I think that's going to be too small for you all to see. I really do. But let's try it. What I usually do is go, if this is too small, I can do it another way. But one of my moderators, let me know if this is too small as we're doing it this way. I would certainly like to know if this is too small, because I can make it bigger. You know what? Let me just make it bigger. Let me just do it this way. I don't need to be seen. Okay? Let's just do it this way. So what I do is I go in right here and I'll just type in new moon 2023 and Jerusalem. Because what we need to know is what are the new moon dates for Jerusalem. And the reason why we need to go by Jerusalem, because everything must be done according to that time. Now some people say, why that time? Because in the book of Zechariah, the 14th chapter, just to kind of let you know, let's jump over there real quick. Zechariah, the 14th chapter. I can't do that now because I'm already here. We'll go to it. Let's go new moon dates. I'm going to go right here, time and date. Now, when I scroll this up, I'm looking for Jerusalem. All right. So, as you can see right here, let's scroll down. And the new moon is going to be March 21st. Right there, March the 21st. And that's when it's going to be. That's the new moon. Okay? Because that's when the springtime would be. When you look at March the 21st as the date, notice that it is at 1:23. Let me see if I can make this a little bit bigger so you all can see all of this. Okay? Notice that it is March the 21st at 1:23 p.m. It's right there where where my little theme is at there. So I just want y'all to see it. If I think it should be seen. If you can see it right there, March the 21st. And if my moderators, if y'all see the hand going around, I can't see it, but I want you all to see it. If you all see that, put a thumbs up. It helps build up the algorithm also. If you see March the 21st at 1:23 p.m., if you can put that in the chat room, just put a thumbs up, you see it, that type of thing. March the 21st, and I'll show you what we're going to do after we do this. March the 21st, 2023. March 20, and that's at 1:23 p.m. That's when the new moon will be seen. Now, the reason why they say 1:23 p.m., because when you start to look at what NASA does, not only just NASA, it's the Naval Institute. They're looking actually in the orbit. They're based upon the calculation. And they know it's going to be on March the 21st. you won't be able, thank you everybody that did that. Thank you, Brother Brian, Ariane, Denise, thank you. Um, you, I'm going to ask a trivia question. When can you see the new moon? When can you see the new moon? And that's the question. And I'm going to say it, but I want to see who puts it in there. You could only see the moon at the going down of what? You can only see the moon at what time of the day? The new moon. And that's going to help give us the answer. If those that have been with me and being a student, I want to see what you're going to put in the chat room. When will you see the new moon? Not at what time of the day will you see the new moon? That's the correct question. What time of the day? We're doing what part of the day? I know the time here says 1:23. Sister Barbara Benton, she got it. Landon got it. R. Brian got it. Denise got it. Absolutely. It's at sundown, sunset. When the sun goes down, that's when you're going to see it. Okay? That's when you're going to see it. So if it is at 1:23 in the afternoon on March the 21st, then basically you won't see it until the new moon will actually be the 22nd of March. The 22nd of March. Okay? The 22nd of March. Now, what we're going to do here is, since we know that's when it is, because there it is, March the 21st, 1:23 p.m. Somebody said it gets dark at that particular time. I want to do this now. I'm going to bring up the calendar. All right. Now, when I bring up the calendar, I'm going to, you know what? I'll do it a different way. Let's bring this back, our internet, and I'm going to make it big here. And we're going to look for 20. Let me see here. There we go. 2023 calendar. 2023 calendar. So you all can do this with me, okay? All right. So we're going to look for the 2023 calendar. There's April. Let's use this one right here. There's one called calendar. Let's try this one. See what it gives us. Okay, this is perfect. Perfect. March the 22nd will be the new moon. Because even though it's March the 21st, right here, you won't be able to, the first day of the month, of the new month, would be the 22nd. So what we need to do is count 14 days. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So y'all got that? So when the sun goes down on the 21st, the 22nd is the first day. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. All right? And that's what I see so far. Based upon the date and time calendar of March the 21st. So when the sun goes down on the 21st, you won't see it on the 21st. That's when you will see it on the 22nd, starting that Wednesday. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And that's how I would do it initially. And that's a good way to look at it. I'm going to go back to the date and time calendar. And sometimes I go back and double check, triple check myself. You have to do that. So let's go over here to new moon. The new moon, Jerusalem, 2023. And I hit, let's make sure we're hitting the one for Jerusalem. Okay. Now, you see what just happened? Y'all see this here? When I did it before, it did not give me this. It gave me 123. And it's my fault, my error, because I said 123. Can everybody see that time right there? What does it say? Right here. I said 123. What time does it say? Can y'all see that right there? I said March the 21st at 1:23. But it's not 1:23 p.m. Can anybody see that time right there? Let me see if I can make it bigger. Can y'all see that time right there? March the 21st. If y'all can see that time right there, let me know what time that says. This is why you go check it twice. This is why you check it twice. 7:23. Absolutely, Brother Landon. I just want to make sure y'all could see it because I said 1:23. Absolutely, Paula. So that creates a whole different issue. Absolutely, R. Bryant. So basically, the date has already, the sun has already gone down at 7:23. So if the new moon is at 7:23 and the day has already ended, thank you, Willie. If the day, see, this is why you got to go back. I do. This is why I go by and look at things twice. Daughter of Zion, absolutely. That's why I go by and look at it twice. On March, now let's go back to the calendar. Because what this does, it creates a whole different scenario, brothers and sisters. Understand, that creates a whole different scenario. Thank you, Denise. And the scenario that it creates is this. At 1:23, the sun has not gone down. So if it was 1:23, it would be when the sun goes down. But at 7:23 in the month of March, the sun is already set. So that means the new moon is coming in after the day has already started. So what you must do is go to the following day. You must go to the following day to start. So with that information in mind, let's go back and start it again. Let's go back and start it again. So what we're going to do is now come up here and let's go back to our calendar. Here's our calendar. Right there. When we look at the calendar, it's going to be after the day it started on the 22nd, which means the 23rd is the first day. Because before, when I thought it was 123, it would be sundown, which means the first of the month would have been 22nd. But since it's 723 and the new moon is coming in after the 22nd has started, you won't be able to see the newness of it until the sun goes down on Wednesday. Therefore, the 23rd is the first day of the first month. So let's count that. Let's count that from there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So Passover will be on the 5th of April, and it will start sundown Tuesday to sundown Wednesday. That's when it will start, sundown Tuesday to sundown Wednesday. And that's because, again, if you need glasses like I do, you go back and double check. When I go back and double check, the 1 was not a 1, it was 7. So therefore, if the new moon is on the 21st day of the month in Jerusalem at 7:23, the sun has already gone down. You didn't see the new moon. You won't be able to see the new moon until the sun goes down on the 22nd. And when the sun goes down on the 22nd, it starts the 23rd. So the 23rd would be the first day of the month. In Exodus, it says, get you a lamb on the first day of the month, right here. And what you need to do is keep it until the 10th day and kill it on the 14th day. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Saturday, April the 1st would be the 10th day. So that's 10. Then you go 11, 12, 13, 14. The 14th day of the first month will fall on this man's calendar on April the 5th. So Passover begins sundown Tuesday to sundown Wednesday. Feast of Unleavened Bread, which is the Sabbath, will be on April the 6th, right here. April the 6th. All right? Now, let me show you why this will be a good year to teach 3 days and 3 nights. Because Daniel 9:27 says that Jesus would be cut off in the middle of the week. This year, Passover falls on the middle of the week. Right here. And we know that when he was placed in the grave, in the tomb, before the sun went down on Wednesday, because Joseph of Arimathea begged for the body of Christ, because the Sabbath was coming in. Not the 7th day Sabbath, but the Feast of Unleavened Bread Sabbath, which was on that Thursday in the year that Jesus was crucified. So he would be in the grave sundown Wednesday to sundown Thursday. That's one day. Sundown Thursday to sundown Friday. That's 2 days and 2 nights. Sundown Friday, and before the sun goes down on the Sabbath, he resurrected. Why? Because he was put in the grave before the sun went down on Wednesday. And so 3 days and 3 nights later, before the sun goes down, he would have resurrected here. Now let me give y'all a bonus tonight. Let me give you a bonus. Because if Jesus resurrected here, the morrow after the Sabbath, which is here, shall ye number 7 Sabbaths. So therefore, you will start counting day 1 right here on the 9th. So 7 Sabbaths, we're getting into Pentecost, is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Pentecost will be on the morrow after the 7th Sabbath, which shall be on the 28th of May. 28th of May. Let's go back. Let's go back. And I want to just do that one more time. March the 21st at 7:23, which means the day has already started on the 22nd, is when you'll see the new moon. You won't be able to see that until the sun goes down on Wednesday. So therefore, the first day of the first month will be on the 23rd. So we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. April the 1st is 10. 11, 12, 13, 14. Right there. 14 is Passover. That's the memorial of Passover. That's the killing of the lamb. Then the next day, this is the day, and it happens to be on a Wednesday, which is the middle of the week. 3 days and 3 nights later would be on the Sabbath. But Pentecost says when your harvest comes, you got to wave it on the morrow after the Sabbath, which in this particular year, it would be on April the 9th. And remember, that's why in John, the 20th chapter, it says that very early, the first day of the week while it was yet dark, Mary couldn't touch him because he being the first fruits, he has to be waved. He says, go tell the disciples I'm going up to my Father, their Father. My God, their God. All right? So he's waved. And that's when you start counting the feast of the first fruits. And that's day 1. So you go to the first Sabbath, that's the first Sabbath. Now we know Pentecost says 7 Sabbaths shall you complete, and the morrow after the 7th Sabbath. So that's the 15th is 1, 22nd is 2, the 29th is 3, the 6th is 4, the 13th is 5, the 20th is 6, the 27th is 7 Sabbaths, and the morrow after the 7th Sabbath, Pentecost will be on May the 28th. And brothers and sisters, that's how we figure this whole thing out. That's how we do it. That's how you have to figure it out. All right? So you got the dates. You can take it to the bank. You can take it to the bank. Now, I always go and check to see what my brothers, and I already know. Let's just go look at it. Let's go put this in, and let's go to Google again, and let's make this big one more time. And let's go up here and type in. Let's type in the Israel of God. All right? That's what we're going to do. And let's see, feast, right here. There's the Israel of God. We can go to the homepage, Sabbath, donations. Let's go to the feast. All right, so when we go to the feast, check this out. Passover, there it is, April the 5th. It starts sundown, April the 4th. So there it is. It's on a Wednesday. So it's sundown Tuesday to sundown Wednesday. So Passover is on a Wednesday this year. The very next day, April the 6th, there it is. It's the first day of the Feast of Unleavened Bread. All right? And as we said, count 7 Sabbaths is going to take you right to Sunday, May the 28th. Well, look, there it is right there. Because the 27th is the 7th Sabbath. Let's give a shout out. All right, that's how you do it, brothers and sisters. Now, this is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do. Let's go back. I just want to see what this man put down on his calendar, all right? Y'all mind if I do that? I'm just curious. Let's put down here. Let's go up here. Let's cross this out. And let's put in, I got to put that in right here. Let's type in, now why is it not letting me do it? Okay, there we go. Let's put in Passover 2023. Let's find out what date they put down. All right, let's go look at it. They got Passover. Let's see here. You never know what date they're going to put down. When is Passover in 2023? Let's see what they put down. Okay. Still not. They're saying Wednesday, April the 5th. Let's see. Passover begins before sundown on Wednesday, April the 5th. So I'm thinking they got Passover on April the 6th. I'm not seeing what they have. I'm not clear on it just looking at it. Because I know they're going to use 2 dates to avoid some things. The nights of April 5th and 6th. So they're going to have Passover on a Thursday this year. I guarantee you that's how they're going to do it. Yep. They got Passover begins sundown on April the 5th. Actually, Passover on sundown April the 4th, which is a Tuesday. So we already know that ain't right. Already know. Because you saw how we did it. Now, I showed you all a letter last year that the Jewish people said that they will often alter the dates to avoid double Sabbaths on other feast days. So just to kind of show you. Now, let's go look at another one. We already know Pentecost is on May the 29th. But let's just type that in real quick. Let's see what day they got Pentecost on. Pentecost 2023. Let's see what the date is. Somebody got it right this year. And we know how they do it. And I'll go over that this year as we get into Pentecost. I'll show you. Because last year, they did it wrong. They did it wrong again this year, too, because they just count 7 Sundays after their so-called Easter. All right? That's when they do it. So we at least have what we did. We know why we did what we did, or why we do what we do, and we got it figured out, brothers and sisters. And that's what it's about. When you look over here and we do it the right way, all right? That's what it's about. So you all, I wanted to take the time tonight, and so you can figure this thing out. Somebody says, I know one group used to have Passover in March around the 13th, 14th. I don't know if they still do it. Yeah, I talked to some people the other day, and they told me they do Passover every year. It's always on the 14th day of the month of April. And I said, no, you can't do it that way. It's not like that. You have to go by when the new moon is. It was a good try. And when people don't know, they don't know. I'm just telling you, when people don't know, they don't know. So what we try to do is we try to do it and teach everybody to know. Again, we just typed in new moon in Jerusalem. And it told us it was on May the 21st at 7:23, which means the sun has already gone down. So you have to wait till the 22nd is ending, and you count the 23rd of March as day one. And that will take you all the way over to the 14th day as we had calculated. So Passover will be on the 5th, sundown on Tuesday to sundown on Wednesday. And this year it's in the middle of the week. We'll be doing a very extensive lesson on 3 days and 3 nights, so you can get that understanding. But we wanted to take this time tonight to basically show you how to determine when Passover is for 2023. Tomorrow night I will be back on. We'll be bringing another lesson, but apologies to all of you all for I did not get back in time to come on in the room. One of the things that I'm doing, I have invested in the technology to be able to go online, tapping into my home computer and being able to move things around, although I'm on another device someplace else. I have not figured it out. I go on different YouTube channels and try to learn it. But there's no school for this. You just have to go to the right channel, find somebody that's done it, and let them show you, and then just do it from there. That's the only way to learn this stuff. And it takes a little time. It really does. But shout out to all of you. I hope that tonight was productive enough to at least show you how you get to the dates. You can tag this lesson. And once again, shout out to all of you all that continues to help us make this. While I'm here, let's just do this right now. Let's just do this right now. We can do it, okay? Let's do this. If you want to become a Patreon supporter, all you have to do is come right here. See, I can do this now because this program has been updated. Just simply go to www.patreon, Patreon / and I believe it's going to be Pastor Johnson. Let's see if that's correct. Yeah, there it is. It's www.patreon, patreon.com / Pastor Johnson. That's how I put it up there. And then you just click on it. And when you click on it, that's what's going to come up, right? And you could become a member. You can select your membership level. It's a minimum of $5, but you can do 10, you can do 20, you can do 30, you can do whatever you want to a month. This site is secured, by the way. So what you do is you become a member by using your debit card or credit card. And once you say, I want to do this per month, it will take your information and you will see it a transaction the same time every month for whatever amount that you want to help us take the word of God to the streets. Right there, that's what we're doing. So you can select your membership level, and this particular platform, they start off with 5 a month. And again, we have some people that do 5 a month, 10 a month, 20 a month, 30, 40 a month. And whatever you feel that you're able to do, please do it there. All right. And again, when you do Patreon, I tell people a bag of potato chips is what? $1.50 now. A soda is $1.50. So that's $2.50 a candy bar. We do this sometimes every day, but that's once a week. You're basically giving me if you did $10 a month, that's $2.50 a week. If you wanted to do that, we certainly would appreciate it. And what that does, even this very software that we're using has a monthly prescription. And the founders of this software, Ecamm, I am a beta user. When these guys first started this software, it's only for Apple only. I became a beta user, got with them on the ground, and so a lot of the technology before it gets out, I can use it first for testing purposes. And that's what I've been using, the beta version. And now they rolled out the main one, and you can do a lot more things with it. And that's what's so superb with it. For instance, just simply going to the internet while you're talking, if you wanted to do that, boom, bam, it's there. Most softwares like StreamYard and all like that, you can't do this. We can have guests on the show now. That's something that started, but I can only have 4 people. Now you can have up to 10. So it allows me to get other platforms and get other people. When we do those shows that requires a lot of conversation and input, we're going to grab 10 of our brothers, our sharp brothers. Of course, all of our brothers are sharp at the Israel God, every last one of them. We got some great teachers that sometimes we don't even have on the show. Brother Thin, Brother Ray Ubin. It just goes, the list just goes on and on and on. Brother Jacob. Usually I just have Brother Julius and Brother Will because they have a show. But then you got my brothers in California. You got the brothers in Atlanta. We got the brothers out in Arizona that has a show titled Stick to the Script. There's so many good shows, so many good brothers. But now that the software has been upgraded, I think I'm going to have all those brothers on one time just to talk about their shows and what they're doing and kind of advertise that right here on Bethel BHG TV, because we try to run this, our channel, like a network to bring you different shows and stuff like that. So once again, thank you for being a Patreon. If you're not able to do that now, then we thank you for your prayers, because it's because of you that we're able to do this every month. And believe you me, I know that. So I want to say thank you to each and every one of you. That being said, I'm going to get out of here. Got to go to work in the morning. Remember to let the words of your mouth and the meditation of your heart. And remember, because the scripture says out of the mouth speaks the abundance of the heart. It's not talking about the heart that pumps, but this. Because you could be thinking something, but we would only know what you're thinking when your mouth speaks it. Some people can hold their thoughts and not say anything. But just remember, let the words of your mouth and the meditation of your heart, things that we have going on here, let's just make sure that it's acceptable in His sight. All right, that's our encouragement to each and every one of you. Our prayers continue to go out to Sister Sheila Claytor's son. Keep him in prayer. He's really going through for the loss of his mother, Sister Sheila Claytor, who was just always online with us in the chat room. Also keep Brother Tobiah Vickers. He lost his mother. Keep her in prayer. My brother from Apollo Beach, he has a good friend that's really going through that also requires our prayer. So let's keep them in prayer. So, and those pastors, you don't know them, that are asking and inquiring about the feast days. We got some that we've been sitting down with. Shout out to my sisters up in West Palm Beach, Sister Barbara Benton, Sister Marie, just really scheduling these things where we can go and sit down and talk to these pastors coming out of the SDA organization. Just, talking about the feast days. So that's awesome. So all of you all, again, thank you. And remember those feast days. If you're not near one of the classes, and if you need a letter to get off on those days, send us an email at Bethel House of God. You can also get it from Riverdale. But if you don't know anybody in Riverdale and you just need a simple letter, it's Bethel House of God at, I'm putting this in the chat box, .com, gmail.com. And you can request a letter and we'll get that to you to have off on the feast days. And so at least this year, you know when the feast days are, and you can put in for your days in advance, okay? That being said, peace and blessings to all of you. I will see you tomorrow night. Thank you for tuning in. There's the IOG app I'll leave with you. And if you've been watching the Black History series and you want to go back and look at those, I think they left some of them online, but if you want to look at it a month from now or any of the lessons, I encourage you to get the IOG app, okay? This IOG app allows you to listen to any lesson, no matter where the class is, the teacher. You can listen to it all the time, on demand. That means you have access to the full version of the lesson, And that's important because you can do like I do. I still go back and listen to the lessons several times because it's always something that I get the second, third, sometimes the fourth time that I don't get. And when you use this app, you can get the app, start the lessons, and just Apple Play, Google Play, right in your car while you're driving. If you're in traffic, you can just sit there and listen to the lesson, and time just goes by so quick before you know you're out of that traffic jam. So here's some information on this. We'll leave this with you, and God bless you. We'll see you tomorrow night. Peace in Jesus' name.